All right, so I went back to listen to Uni's laugh, right? And I because didn't catch all of it. So I went back to catch the part. Took me like 2 days. But anyway, I ended up rewinding a little bit further than where I was because I'm driving, I ain't got enough else to do. I can listen to music, but I didn't want to. So as I'm listening, right? These are really not questions, so I think I said that wrong. Some of my questions and some of them is just statements, just me running my mouth, basically. So I'm listening to you, listening to the parts I missed, right? Frankie asks Lovely, are you like this in your real life? And I noticed that she keeps saying, yes, she are. She is, I'm sorry. Yes, she is. She keeps saying that, right? But I find that very hard to believe. Either you don't be around, either you hang around a bunch of pussies, or you don't have no friends, one or the other, because there's no fucking way in this world today that somebody friend or family member has passed. And you're saying, talking all that shit, I'm gonna take crap for them. Bitch, this and bitch. There's no way you do that in real life in the world we live in today. You know how many fights and shit happen at funerals and shit like that? Hell no. There's no fucking way on God's green earth that you're like that, that you say shit like that in real life. Like, for example, if you were at a gathering or in, around people, because to, to, to make this example, it would have to be around people because we were in your chat when you did it. So it can't be like you're on the internet because you're saying you're like this in real life. So you want us to believe, well, you want me to believe, me personally, I'm gonna say me, that you're talking about someone's family member or their friend saying after they just passed, fuck them. Bitch this and bitch that and crackhead this and crackhead that. You want me to believe that you say that shit to these people's faces and nothing happens? Nothing happens? You ain't have to whoop nobody ass or motherfucker ain't whooped your ass that or something that's gonna end you up in jail or either hurt. You're trying to tell me that there's no way. Either you don't fucking either you be by yourself, don't have friends, and this can't be true. Because if you don't really be around folk, you can't say that you're like that in real life. Now I know damn well you ain't because the people I've seen you around are your family that I see on the internet. And I know you ain't telling your family if one of your family members died, fuck them and all. You ain't doing that. So, not your family, other people's family members, other people's friends. There's no way on God's great earth. Fuck no, I don't believe it. It's another motherfucking lie. Ain't no way. Not in this world we live in today. Not in this world we live in today. Uh-uh. I ain't believing that bullshit. People has gotten knocked off for less, way less. Okay, so yeah, I call bullshit, complete bullshit. There's no fucking way. Or you play videos about the freaking deceased. I won't go speak on this, but I did get a link sent, and when I went in there, it was me and Kels on the panel. Before me and Kels made up, we were arguing on the panel. And then I see you in the chat with that. I could just imagine that stupid ass grin on your face. Because you claimed you didn't know what was going down in that live. Yes, you did. You did it the same day that you and his live happened to try to throw shots at John. But let me tell you something. Before she closed her eyes, she figured out who you were. And she didn't fuck with you no more neither. You understand what I'm saying? She won't fuck with you no more neither. So I don't even know. And me and her were cool as a motherfucker. So I don't know the point of that. I think you were doing to try to throw shots at Frankie because you couldn't have been trying to throw them at me. You did to throw shots at him. And that's the shit that we know, that I know that you don't do in real life. And the motherfucker ain't took your whole head off your body. Now I know in Louisiana, I ain't gonna say it's some pussies in Louisiana because I know better. I know better. But I don't know about that country part you live in. Because when you show neighbors, I only see white people. Maybe they scared. But I know motherfucking well you ain't talking and doing this shit in real motherfucking life. It just ain't fucking happening. You ain't fuck no. I just thought about them listening to it. I'm like, hell no. What's up, King Bib? Georgia girl, I don't see. Oh yeah, I said Doris. I don't see her alone. Is she black? Hey Georgia girl, there's no way. Mm-mm. All the fights and shit happening at funerals and all this. And you mean it, girl, anyway. I've seen, like I said, seen people get their heads taken off for less. I've seen people get their head taken off for stepping on a motherfucking white Air Force Ones. Fuck what a nigga ain't saying shit. They just simply stepped on a motherfucking shoe and got their head taken off. So you mean to tell me, girl, bye. Stop your bullshit. Yes. I'm like, girl, stop. You may be an asshole in real life. I believe that. You may be a slut bucket in real life. I believe that. But you ain't talking that shit to them people faces in real life. No, the fuck you ain't. That's motherfucker. That's a lie. That's a lie. Fuck what you heard. To prove me wrong. Call some people and have a phone call with them like you do and have them to say something. Give an example of you doing that in real life. I would love to hear it. And I would love to know what happened. Did they just sit there? Nobody retaliated against you? There was no consequences? Because John asked you, was there consequences? There was no consequences. And then he got to asking you about your ex. Did he come back? I don't want to talk about that, but that's kind of like, that kind of has something to do with the questions he was asking you. The shit is weird. Like you're a girl, something is really wrong with you. And I'm glad you're taking your medicine. But like I said, get you some motherfucking extended release tablets because you need it. There's no fucking way. No way at all. And again, like I said, the only reason you go on that neck bone now because he told your ass, like they said, you bended both knees and he knocked you flat on your ass, told you no. So of course you got the beef with him again. I don't give a fuck about that. I don't give a fuck about it, but it's funny because you were trying it. You were over there looking just like Munchie, big fat funky ass. Knowing the motherfucker don't like them, but trying to go along and get along for what? For what? I'm confused to why. Wanting to be counted? If you want to be counted by a motherfucker like Neckbone, you just as pathetic as he is. Just pathetic as fuck. Now, let me say, I went back and listened to that live. Now, this is what happened in that live. I hit my live because I said you were playing in my face. That's why I hit the live in the first place. Because as I said, you had already asked me that question, and then you want to ask me, what, a day or two later? When anything else, you can email me. You email me the dumbest shit links and stupid shit like that. So you could have emailed me that question because you knew it was going to make me feel some type of way. I felt like that was you trying to kiss Neckbone ass. That was your first attempt of trying to, no, the pill bottle was your first attempt of trying to kiss Neckbone ass. That was your second attempt in trying to get in with him. So I told you were playing in my face. We all saw you were trying to be funny. You were trying to throw shots. You had been doing it for a couple of days. So when Frankie hit that panel, he had already had enough. I ain't had enough. That's why I hit my live. I keep on asking y'all, do y'all think motherfuckers on here are dumb or slow? Like we ain't fucking grown. You didn't pull a wool over our ass. Like, you think you can piss on our leg and tell us it's raining? Get the fuck out of here with that dumbass shit. You knew what you were doing and I called your ass out about it. So by the time he came up there, he was already hot because you knew what the fuck you were doing. You knew exactly what you were doing. That's why I hit my live and said what I said. So yes, you were already throwing shots. Already. So he came up there and snapped on your ass. He told you in that live, he didn't say you bit your dog yet. What he told you was you left your dog while you went on vacation and a snake bit him. That's what he said. He didn't tell you you had bit him, not just yet. He said a snake bit him. And that's when the jokes came in about uh King James throwing the snakes in the yard. That's where that came from. So maybe you're getting it wrong. You're getting this. You're getting the story mixed. You're getting the lives mixed up. You always know what you're doing. You do this shit on fucking purpose. That's really all I came on here to say. Unless you got a situation of somebody on the phone that can prove to me that you do that bullshit in real life. And when I say that, I mean in somebody's family that just passed, talking shit about them. That's what I want to hear about, because that's what you say. You that was the question. Are you like that in real life? I want to see. I want to hear about who family member passed, and you were in their family member face talking shit about their deceased family member or friend, and ain't got your motherfucking teeth knocked out your mouth yet. Or either you ain't went to jail for having knocked somebody's teeth out their mouth for smacking the shit out you. One or the other. Not in this world we live in today. That's bullshit.